Hey, good morning. Thank you all for being here. Truly appreciate the fact that you take the time to be here. This is definitely an important topic that we have to discuss this morning. And again, we definitely need all of community involvement on this. I want to break down an event that occurred last night. And I think without question, it has national attention based on the circumstances of where the event actually occurred and based upon the incidences that have been in the city of Aurora in the past in and around this same location. Last night, right at about 8:45 p.m. At 1258 Dallas Street, victims, it was a male and a female, they were accosted by approximately 13 to 15 armed individuals. 13 of those were males, and 3 of those were possibly females at this time, is what we were thinking. They were taken to an adjoining apartment complex against their will at that same Dallas complex, and they ended up at 1268 Dallas. Again, this was the same complex, same area. The victims were held against their will. They were actually bound, both the male and the female. They were pistol whipped. They were beat. They were victimized. They were terrorized. During this entire process, some of the suspects left that apartment complex at 1268 Dallas and went over to the victim's apartment, which was located at 1258 Dallas, and actually burglarized and took over that apartment and took out about items of value that belonged to our victims. And subsequently, they came back. Right around 1:50 in the morning, our victims, with communication and with courage, basically informed the suspects that they would not notify the police if they were released, and could they please be released. Our victims were subsequently released. They left at a complex right around 1:50. They went to their vehicle and they drove to a friend's house located in another area of the city of Aurora. Once at that location, the victims notified the police right at about 0227. Our officers immediately responded to that location. They made contact with the victims. They got initial information about what occurred, how it occurred, when it occurred, and where it occurred. And then ultimately, simultaneously, additional officers, Aurora police officers, responded to the actual crime scene. They locked down the apartment complex located at 1268 Dallas. They began a systematic search, and they ultimately made contacts with several different apartments. And they ultimately, in one apartment, located about 15 individuals that were inside there. Based upon the identifications, based upon what we know at this time, it appears that most of those individuals in that one apartment were involved in this terrible, terrible crime. Right now, our officers and our detectives are in the process of doing due diligence based on the severity of this issue, and they are writing search warrants for all the locations involved. And as well, they are also ensuring that all investigation aspects are covered in every level. Right now on scene, I am utilizing any resource that I can to verify who these individuals are, who these suspects are, what their involvement is with this crime, and what their identities are. I am using presently Department of Homeland Security. I am using HSI, and I'm also using ICE to help identify who these suspects are and what actions were they involved in. The victims at this time are located at the hospital. They are being treated for non-life-threatening injuries at this point, and hopefully they'll be released soon. Our investigators are working consistently and constantly with them. And again, I want to let everybody know we are not going to rest until we verify every individual in this incident is in custody. Every individual who mistreated another human being the way these victims were treated is in custody. And we will use, again, every resource at our ability to do that.